Assalamu alaikum. How are you all, beta? Welcome back to our online class. Hope you all are studying well, doing your homeworks, reading the lessons, and learning and understanding, isn't it? Lesson from today: the cell, the basic unit of life. Cell, the basic unit of life. Our Earth is a beautiful place wherein different types of organisms happily coexist. Different organisms, isn't it? Worms, animals, plants, microorganisms, the small species, aquatic species, it is called when the organisms live in water, aquatic organisms, isn't it? On Earth, all survive happily and healthily, from minute mosses to huge conifers, invisible bacteria to huge blue whales, all have basic unit called cell. Okay, even human beings, bacteria, right, animals, algae, fungi, microorganisms, all are surviving because they have basic unit cell, which we are going to study this lesson. Let us study about cell in detail. Okay, before the first microscope was invented around 350 years before, people were not aware of the living world that was not visible to the naked eye. Thereafter, many scientists were observing and describing unknown world with the help of microscopes. They found out different types of cell with the help of microscope. Among them, the most important scientists mentioned are Athanasius Kirchhoff, 1600 to 1680. Now we have see that all living organisms carry out certain basic functions. Can you list those functions? Different sets of organs perform specific functions. Do you know what are the basic structures of an organ? The basic structures are proper use of microscope and preparation of microscopic slides and staining it is essential. Who discovered cell in 1665? Robert Hooke, a British scientist, observed thin slices of cork, soft bark from oak tree. In the tree he found few slices. What were there when he saw in the microscope how it was earlier eyepiece? Robert Hooke's microscope, this is called. Got it? He saw under a simple magnifying device which he made himself. He only made it. Got it? Among them, most of the scientists mentioned are Anthony Kircher, Jan Swammerdam, Anthony van Leeuwenhoek, and Robert Hooke was a man who found out this. Anthony van Leeuwenhoek was the first human to see living bodies like bacteria and yeast, protozoa, red blood cells, and the teeming life in a drop of water. He prepared several types of magnifying glasses and used these lenses to study about both living and non-living things using microscope. But Robert Hooke gave the detail appropriate function and sketch of cell. He observed the cork resembling the structure of honeybee, consisting of many empty cells or empty box-like structures. He thought that the cork was made up of small cavities. Robert Hooke called these cavities as cells. Cell in Latin is known as little room. See the diagram he saw like this in the microscope. Thin sections of cork appeared like this. Okay, the discovery of cell by Robert Hooke was a milestone in history of science. Cells of cork of a matchstick are dead cells. Can we see living cells under the microscope? If so, how? Will their structure be the same as those of dead cells? With the help of given activities, you will be knowing more about cells. Now, second activity or experiment which they gone through are peel an onion and cut out the bulb, fleshy portion from the bulb. Break this piece into two small parts and try to separate them slowly. You will notice a thin translucent membrane holding the pieces together. Take out the membrane, cut a small piece from it and spread it evenly in a drop of water on the slide. While placing the peel on the slide, make sure cover the cover slip and observe in the microscope. Draw the figure as shown in figure 3A, 3B, 4A. See how they are taking the onion. That part it is extracting from the peel of from an onion and observing in the microscope. Observing a matchstick. How do we do experiment with the matchstick? It will be difficult to get a cork. Therefore, let us try to see a similar type of structure as seen by Robert Hooke in a section of matchstick. Take a matchstick and soak it for half an hour in water and cut thin slices from it. Select a thin slice and place it on a slide with the help of a brush. Mark a drop of water and cover it with a cover slip without allowing air bubbles and observe it under the microscope. Draw the figure of what you have observed. Okay, then this way we find out the cells and its proper structure. There are any difference between two? Do you see any structure? Any difference? Almost no, between animal cell and plant cell without synthesis. The onion peel cells that you observed are plant cells. Do animal cells also look similar to these cells? Now let us observe the cells from our own body, that is from animal cells also. If we check, it is the same. Observing now from human cheek cells. You have already prepared a temporary amount of an onion peel. You have just seen, isn't it, the onion we have cut and checked it. Now prepare a slice of your own cheek cells. Wash your mouth cleanly. Take a clean wooden or plastic spoon or scrape the inner surface of your cheek. What do we observe, children? See in the how you have observed. Already prepared a temporary amount of an onion peel, right? Now prepare a slide of your own cheek cells from your mouth. Keep two things in mind, children. First, wash the spoon thoroughly before using it. Secondly, do not scrape too hard or else you may hurt yourself. Now take the scraping that you have collected and place it in a drop of water taken on a slide. Cover the slide with a cover slip. Observe the slide under the microscope and draw it as shown here. Draw it properly. What do you see, children? The nucleus is present. Nucleus is observed clearly. Here we will stop the lesson and continue in our next class. We'll see the homework for today. First question: who discovered cell for the first time? What procedure did he follow? Second one: name the factors on which shape of the cell depends. Understood? Third question: distinguish between unicellular and multicellular organisms. Read the lesson once again. I am telling you again and again. Listen all teachers' explanation, complete your classworks and submit to the teachers. Thank you. Study well. All the best. Assalamu alaikum. See you in next class, children.